We're here with Porridge live on Morning Becomes Eclectic. That was for the camera so we can get a nice clean cut. And I'm sitting here with two of the members of Porridge. That would be Nathan and Egg.
Hello.
I'm allowed to call you Egg, right?
You're allowed to call me anything.
Okay. Okay, so I'll think about some alternative names, but I love the name Egg. I didn't know sometimes, I have nicknames and it's only for certain people, but I'm glad Egg is for us all.
Universal.
The music, the feeling, so good. Thank you, first of all, for being here and just sharing that energy with us that we can really use to start the week here.
Thank you for having us.
Oh,
what an amazing experience.
I think being in LA has also provided us with much needed vitamin D that maybe we don't get in England. So I think we're all feeling particularly fantastic.
I don't know if you can tell.
We're always happy to, you're very tanned.
Casper the Friendly
I'm
Ghost.
getting very pink.
Yeah.
We're always happy to provide the vibe. I saw you guys were in Venice Beach as well, right?
Tearing it up. Watch out, Barbie.
So it's so cool. I loved to see that you performed some new songs that are still unreleased for us that are going to be on the new album.
Oh, yeah.
And they're sounding so good. I can't wait to hear the recorded versions. And one of those songs was, so I heard Unpredictable, and which is the one you just did. And then before that, a song called Stranger, which I heard was actually like one of the more challenging songs for you to write. Is that so? Or what would you say about it?
Challenging in terms of vulnerability. The actual song came out so quickly.
Ah, okay.
I like vomited it out in like a really cool, tender way. I think it's definitely one of the most kind of raw songs on the record, the most vulnerable. And I think that's always scary doing something like that. You're peeling back all the layers and going, hey, this is who I am. So it was difficult in that way. But in terms of time, whoosh,
Just
straight
came
out. Yeah, I was like journaling.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even writing lyrics. It just came out. I just picked sentences. It was actually quite great, quite easy.
When it happens like that, is that when you like know that you're on the right track? When it just vomits out?
When it vomits out, yeah. I think so. But I think actually sometimes the ones that are really hard and take a lot of time, I don't think that means that they're any less destined to be good songs. I just think sometimes the process is different and I enjoy both parts of it.
Yeah. Do you find, like, as an artist, because you said that it was the most vulnerable for you, and so definitely you're exposing more of yourself and who you are on the song, and then when you go to the stage, do you feel that you have more freedom to be vulnerable when you perform? Like, does it open you up in a certain way once you start able to tap into yourself in that space when you write?
Yeah, I think so. I think I definitely, this is such a like really annoying thing to say and everyone says it and it's like really gross and I'm really sorry, but I'm going to say it. I definitely feel more free on stage.
Yeah.
And quite like, more like me. I think, it was interesting. We went on tour in January and we kind of played our whole debut album in full. We basically like road testing it. And it was really interesting playing those songs live for the first time. Because, well, first of all, you're concentrating so hard. And so it's like, can I tap into that like emotional side right now?
Yeah.
And then when I did, it was like, it was really freeing. I had this woman come up to me after a show in Nottingham and she works at a school for kids with like special needs. And she basically was just like, thank you so much for kind of being a voice for non-binary kids. Like she had loads of kids that she worked with and she was just like, thank you so much. And we had a big chat and I just like sobbed uncontrollably. And it was really emotional. And I think like being able to see that, I hadn't really considered what me writing this song would mean later because obviously it was so for me at the time. And then seeing it out in the world has been really special. Well, not fully out, but playing it in front of people.
Yeah, wow, that is beautiful. I notice when you all perform, there's a lot of eyes closed, which I love to see. And I'm just curious, like when you're closing your eyes, where do you go? Are you in another place? Are you connecting more with the music? Is it because you're shy?
I don't think I'm shy, but you can tell me.
I close my eyes purely for concentration reasons. I think I get very overwhelmed by light. So but it's hard playing drums because closing your eyes, you struggle to see where things are to hit. So it gets a little bit confusing.
You have to choose one or the
Yeah,
other.
but it's a hyper concentration.
Is am I in tune? Maybe. Could be. I think that's it. Oh, are we? Yeah.
That's all happening while you're singing the song.
Yeah. Wait, were you guys not getting that?
The style of music that you do, it clearly, there's no particular genre that it is. I mean, there's so many different moods that it takes on, and that is across the different songs as well. But you don't shy away from embracing the idea that you do dance music.
Yeah.
But you also have your own perspective as to like what dance music is or what it could be. Tell us about that.
Yeah, for sure. I think, this band started because we wanted to play dance music live with real instruments. We wanted the human element. I think there's something really special and beautiful about the imperfections that you get from that. I think it brings it to a whole nother level. And just naturally, because we're playing with live instruments, you get some indie influences, you get, we all love dance music in the UK. UK dance music, shout out, is on a different level. And we love clubbing. We love being in that environment.
They're incredibly infectious spaces to be in. And it's like so welcoming to be in those spaces. So being able to like play that music for people is that's the thing that's like really infectious, I think, for all of us. Mm-hmm. Like being able to give that sort of sense of escapism that you get in those spaces, like playing that is what, like DJing that is one thing, but then playing that is also like so exciting.
There's more texture to it too when it's live with the drums and everything like that.
Layers. Did
you say layers?
Layers.
Yes, layers. And speaking of layers, I mean, so it's interesting, the music itself, it's dance, it's fun, you go on the dance floor, etc. But then you start peeling back the layers of the actual lyrics, which is very interesting. Like, for example, you have the song, what's it called? Lose Our Minds or Lose...
Oh yeah, Lose Our Minds.
Lose Our Minds, right?
Yeah.
And so that song on the surface, it's dance ready. And when I hear Lose Our Minds, I'm thinking, lose our minds on the dance floor, like release, right?
Yeah.
But then the song is about a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
Or you have Nobody's Scared, which is nobody's scared to be on the dance floor. Nobody's scared. Like, this is fun. Like, don't be afraid to show your moves. But then it was originated from a story about a serial killer.
Yeah.
So it's just so interesting. I love the layers. And is it for you as a band, is it important for people to like chew on the lyrics, or just having that feeling of the music, is that good enough?
I think any way people engage with our music is the best thing ever. Just the fact that people are engaging is more than enough. Like, we're so grateful. And I think people take in art in different ways, whether you are chewing on lyrics or whether you're just here for the bops. Like, I'm all about either way.
Yeah.
I think that's good. And I think I really enjoy having the contrast between darker lyrics and kind of more boppy instrumentals. I think it's really fun. And I think having that light and dark it makes it, I guess, more complex. I don't know, layers. It makes it more like fully realized. I think it kind of enhances both sides. Yeah. And that's really fun, whether people are tuning in to what the song is about or not.
Yeah, and it sort of reflects more of like a real experience. Like, if you're crying, it's a release at the same time, or, something like that. Like, you can
also, I happy cry all the time.
Yeah, there you go.
All the time. It's really embarrassing, actually. I probably shouldn't be admitting this on live radio.
So, like, if somebody gives you a gift that like really touches you, then you're
happy
crying
cry
immediately.
Happy cry. Who knows? Maybe I did today.
Oh, okay, let's do it. So, okay, speaking of chew on, I said chew on, then you said chew on, and I actually have a chewy question for you.
Here we go.
So I noticed when you first served up music, your first EP is called Breakfast. The band is called Porridge.
Oh, yeah.
You're called Egg.
Unfortunately.
The original record label, Oat Gang.
Yeah.
And also on your forthcoming album, you have a song called Marmite.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of breakfasty references. What's the deal?
Half unintentional, which is embarrassing.
But maybe not. Your subconscious is screaming.
It is screaming. I don't even eat breakfast. This is the alarming thing.
Maybe that's your subconscious saying you should.
For it.
Incredibly hungry.
Yeah. Please feed me nutrition. No, I think the band name Porridge. I think a band name is something you've got to get out the way. It's so non-anecdotal. Like, was just walking down the road, was pretty hungry. Thought, we'll do this.
You didn't have breakfast.
Didn't have breakfast.
You were thinking about porridge.
What if we spelt it dumb? Fantastic. Retrospectively, quite difficult to find. That was a real dumb move. And then Egg was actually completely unrelated. It was just a nickname I got in college. So, and then obviously, we leaned into it with.
Why'd you get the nickname Egg?
Oh, again, so dull. I really feel like I wish I had something for you to chew on. It was just this girl in Freshers who was actually from San Francisco. Shout out Alicia.
That's where I'm from too.
Boom. she was like, I'm going to be a mother hen and you're going to be an egg. And I just thought I wanted to like mess with everyone by introducing myself as egg during like the first week of college. Because I thought like, that's really funny. Obviously that was really stupid because then everyone actually called me egg forever. But that's cool. I like it.
I like it too. It's like comforting and nourishing. That's what I think of as an egg.
That's what I'm going for, guys. That's my new brand. Let the record show, comforting and nourishing.
So I have another possible correlation question. Okay, so your new album, it's coming out at the end of April 26th.
Yeah.
I believe it's called Teething.
Yeah.
There's a giant tooth on the cover of
Big
the
time.
artwork. And I was reading a little bit about Porridge, and I read that you started out as a classical trumpeter, but had to stop because of a wonky tooth.
You're good. You've been deep diving. Yeah. I was a classical trumpeter until I was 19 and I thought, yes, this is it. Come on. And then I had a wonky tooth, so I thought I'd try to be a pop star. And here we are. Worked out quite well, I think.
So the tooth on the album art is about that wonky tooth?
I didn't even think about that. You've just blown my tiny mind.
That's what we're here for, KCRW.
Layers. No, I'm actually, wow.
Definitely layers. Love layers. So debut album is coming out, and before we head into more music, it is a bold thing to finally release like an album and saying this is us on an rather than an EP. I mean, EP is bold as well, but an album is an album. How did you know you're ready to release the album?
We had just come off the back of a headline tour, and it was like in September 2022, and it was like one of the best experiences of my life. I don't know how all you guys feel, but it's like playing music for people who are like, because we'd done a run of festivals before that, but playing to people who are your people, who come to your shows, was like incredible. And I think coming off the back of that, we were like, we want to make more music, and just got really addicted to the idea of it. And all four of us were living in different parts of the country in the UK at the time. So we would just send like stuff over the internet to one another. But it became like a little bit of a, right, I'm just going to send you this. It was like jumping on the back of that energy that we built up over that summer and that festival season.
Oh, we thought it sounded pretty good, so we thought we'd kind of bash it together in a little LP, you know, as you do. No, it was time. It was time. We'd all come together. We had a moment, and we spent kind of a year writing and recording our debut album.
Oh, April 26th.
Boom, boom, boom,
It's
boom, boom.
coming out.
26th.
It's called Teething. And the band, I want to shout out all the band members because they all have names and they're all brilliant. We have Jacob McGuire on guitar.
Say hello, Jacob.
Howdy. Hello.
James Middleton on bass.
Hello there.
And of course, Nathan Carroll on drums. And Egg, who was also playing the piano, by the way.
Yes,
for those of you that cannot see. And you have a show tomorrow night, I believe, in Los Angeles at School Night, right?
Yes, this is so exciting. We met a bunch of artists this week when we've been in the States, and they're like, you're playing School Night? That's wild. You're going to have the best time. We're so excited to play School Night tomorrow.
You are going to have the best time. It's one of the best nights in Los Angeles. KCRW presents it happily. It's all ages, which is also super fun and rare. And if you're listening right now, go to kcrw.com/events to get more info on School Night and check out Porridge live and continue to listen to them now live here.
Woo, thank you so much.
At KCRW. Thank y'all so much.